Hey, good evening everybody. This is Chris Carter up here in Nerds in Hudson, New Hampshire. Back again with our daily Cracker Pack. I know I've missed a few days, but I still want to try to get this daily. Yeah, we're here today with an Oath of the Gatewatch in hopes of cracking an expedition, and we're probably not going to, but we're going to try it anyways. Well, what can I say about Mighty Leap that hasn't already been said? It is a good combat trick and probably the most powerful deck in the format, which is White Weenie, and it's really good, or just mono white. You're not going to first pick it, but you hope it wheels. Consuming Sinkhole, pretty much unplayable in this format. Yeah, pretty much unplayable. That's not entirely true. It's instant, it deals 4 damage to a player. I don't know. We'll still look at that one. It's not completely unplayable. I'm going to change my mind on that. Exile target land creature. If it's a Oath battle mix, then that might be relevant too, but I don't know. I still think Mighty Leap's better than Consuming Sinkhole. Undo War Cleric, one of the better commons in the set. 2 mana, 2/2, so it's a white bear. You tap it and any other ally, you gain 2 life. There's strategies that just kind of win off that. This is one of the better uncommons in the set. You're not first picking it, I don't think, but you're going to keep an eye on it. Kozilek's Translator, 5 mana, 3/5, devoid, pay 1 life to add a waste to your mana pool. You can only do it once per turn, so it's not as good as you would hope. I've never really seen this used well or to much effect, but I guess there's a way you could quote-unquote go off with it, but I haven't found it yet. Elemental Uprising. I've actually been blown out by this card once or twice. I still wouldn't draft it highly. You think you're just swinging into an empty board. Surprise, they get a 4/4, they kill your lone creature. Sometimes your man land that you've been using to peck away at them. It's a kind of a pain for because you don't expect it out of a green deck, and it shows up every now and again, but you're definitely not first picking it, and you're not picking it that highly. Scour, 2 mana, 1/2 with flying, devoid. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, Scour gets +1/0 until end of turn. I still think this should have been +2/0, and then it would have been very playable. This +1/0 is not aggressive enough. You'd have to cast multiple colorless spells per turn to really get a big benefit off this. They're just better creatures at 2 mana in black that you can cast. As far as a limited card, it's fine. It's not good. You're not excited to pick it, and you're definitely not first picking it. Tajiru Pathwarden. It's a 5 mana 5/4 Vigilance and Trample. If you're in the big dumb green deck, which isn't great in this format, but if you're in it, this is one of the better cards. 5 mana Expedition Raptor. When it enters the battlefield, you support 2. This card is awesome in this format, especially in the White Weenies, because you get to support 2. You get to pump 2 things up or pump 1 thing up big. I'm sorry, you can pump up 2 things. You can't pump up 1 thing big with support. My bad. It's been a while since I've drafted this set. And I don't play any support in standard, so... yeah, but it's still high up there on the picks. But I think that might be outdone by this. This is Zadas Commando. It is a 2 mana 2/1 with first strike. You tap it and any other ally, and you just ping your opponent. And there are decks that can win off of this strategy. It's a great red aggressive card. It's really good in the red-white deck. I'm leaning towards this right now as our pick. Crumbly Vestiged, decent fixing in this format. Comes into the battlefield tapped, but it also gives you a mana when it enters the battlefield of any color, so it can fix very well if you need it. Sometimes it's just, floating dead mana, but sometimes it's exactly what you need. We'll keep an eye out for these late in the rotation when the pack comes back around to you, but you don't want to first pick it. Seed Guardian. 4 mana, 3/4 with reach. When it dies, you put an X6 green elemental creature token onto the battlefield, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. This is one of the better green creatures in this format, period, because it's always a 2-for-1. Yeah, this is maybe enough to put you in green. The next card we have is a Void Grafter. It is a 3 mana 2/4 with Devoid and Flash, which means you can cast it at instant speed or anytime you hold priority. When Void Grafter enters the battlefield, another target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. That seems like it would be better than it is. It's not great. It's going to maybe blank a counter, a kill spell, which there aren't a ton in this format anyways, so it's not a bad body for the rate, but its ability doesn't really push it over the top. I don't think you first pick it. I still think Seed Guardian is a better card. Alright, so Visions of Brutalities are our last uncommon. It is a decent tempo/removal spell for black. Definitely not first pickable. It's more like this is a fine 23rd card in your deck. It's not a build around. It's okay. Eldrazi Mimic is our rare. And we didn't open an Expedition. We did open a Full Art Force and an Eldrazi Scion. But the Eldrazi Mimic is our rare. It's a 2-mana 2/1, and whenever any other colorless creature enters the battlefield, Mimic can copy its power and toughness until end of turn. And yeah, it's good. I still don't think you first pick it. I think for this pack here, for me, oh. Yeah, I think it's Seed Guardian or Zadas Commando. You know, if I was being honest with myself, I think Zadas Commando may be a better card, or even Ondu War Cleric might be a quote-unquote better card, because 2-drops are very powerful in this format. I love the build-around of Seed Guardian, and I think Green-Black's one of the better build-arounds in this deck. So, yeah, I would pick Seed Guardian. Right or wrong, I don't know. Sometimes I'd rather have fun than win. Alright, have a great night. See you next time.